Well, happy All Saints Day, guys. It is November 1st, the day after Halloween. And is it just me, or does everybody feel like the day after Halloween and taking kids out trick-or-treating, you've just been beaten with a bat all night? I swear, I feel so tired and I think I have bags under my eyes. So that is why today we are doing Whip It Up Wednesday. It is a collaboration I'm doing with some of my fellow sister friends, Linda from Linda's Pantry, Mandy from More to Life, Lisa from Sutton's Days, and Tina from Wilhelm's Kitchen. And I will be leaving a link up above and a card to all of their recipes and their videos so you can go and check it out. I will also have it in a playlist called Whip It Up Wednesday, and this is a collaboration, so we are inviting all of you to join. So if you have a video that you want to do, let me know. You're going to post it down below. I'm going to come over and see it, and I'm going to add it to our playlist. And Whip It Up Wednesday, what is that? Well, that is a day that we are going to take it easy in the kitchen. You know, the holidays are upon us now. A lot of us are just busy. We're busy with work. We're busy with holidays and people visiting, baking cookies and breads, and many of us are canning to put by in our extended pantry. So I feel like every day is just a busy day and I have a long to-do list. And so Whip It Up Wednesday is a day that we are going to be making crock-pot meals. So easy, simple crock-pot meals. I love crock-pot meals because I can do them in the morning, usually before the kids get up. I put it in my crock pot, I can set it and forget it, and then I don't have to worry about dinner all night. So when 5, 6 o'clock rolls around, what's for dinner? Oh, I don't have to cook anything. It's already done. You just have to serve it, and it's wonderful. But I don't know about some of you, but I kind of get in a rut when it comes to crock pot meals. Like, I have my standards, and I have my usual dishes, but sometimes it can get boring. So this way, all of us can kind of, share what we like making in the crock pot. And maybe it'll give you some new ideas or inspire you to try something different. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So what am I making? Well, I'm making chicken marsala in a crock pot. I didn't even know you could make chicken marsala in a crock pot. And when I saw that, I was like, I have to try that. So I've made chicken marsala on the stove, but I've never made it in a crock pot before. So we're gonna test it out and try it out and see how it turns out. I've never done it before, so we'll do it together. And I'm really excited. It seems really simple. Of course, I always kind of tweak recipes a little bit, so my recipe might be a little tweaked compared to the standard recipe out there, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to my chicken marsala, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. So let's get to the crock pot. Okay, just to show you some of the things I'm going to be using, I'm going to be using some but not all of this chicken breast that I bought from Sam's Club, which is boneless and skinless. I'm also going to be using Marsala wine. This is a sweet wine, and the recipe calls for 1 cup, but though I'm going to make a little extra. I'm going to be using 2 cups of this wine. And then I am going to be using my onion stock, because a lot of you asked, what do you use onion stock with? I contemplated adding onions to this recipe because we're big onion fans here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to add the onion flavor using the stock. So, all right, here is my crock pot. And now my crock pot's a little different. I've got settings on here for 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 or 10. I'm setting mine to 6 hours. Okay, now I'm gonna leave the recipe that I'm kind of basing my recipe off of down below for you guys. And it does call for 4 chicken breasts. I'm gonna add 5. And if there's an extra piece, then Matt can have it for lunch tomorrow for work. So I am going to, first and foremost, I'm going to put some oil down. Now, if you have an olive oil spray, that would work great. I don't have an olive oil spray, so I have non-cooking spray, but I don't want to use that. I want to use some olive oil. Okay, then I'm going to lay down my chicken breast. Now, there's a controversy of whether or not you should rinse your chicken breast or not. And so I did some research, and I'm just choosing not to rinse my chicken breast. I trust the chicken breast that I get at Sam's Club. Some chicken breast, if I don't trust, like honestly Aldi's, when I buy the bone and the skin on, you know, sometimes little chips of bone can remain on the chicken. So I always rinse that just because I don't want Mason or Mina biting down on a chicken bone or anything like that. So I rinse those. But on this, I'm not going to rinse. So I'm going to fit 5 chicken breasts on here, and then what I'm going to do with the remaining in my package is I'm just going to put that chicken breast up in my freezer. So tear that piece of fat off. So there we go. 5 fits in there. All right, let me go wash my hands. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and salt and pepper this. So I am just using some sea salt, and then I'm going to use some regular grind black pepper. I do have restaurant too, that's a bit chunkier, but for this I'm going to just use a regular grind. Alright, additionally this calls for 1 cup of Marsala wine. I'm going to spin you around here. But I want extra juice, so I am, and you know, wine is like my favorite thing on the planet, so I am going to add 2 cups, and then a swig for the cook. Okay, maybe that's a little more than 2 cups, but that's okay, because you know, it's wine. So go ahead and add that in. Yes. 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 Okay, would it be wrong to slurp that with a straw with raw chicken in there? Probably. Okay, and even though I just canned this the other day, I'm still going to check it just as I would if it was sitting on my shelf for 2-3 years. So I'm going to listen for a tight seal, and there it is. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to make sure that it looks good. Then I'm going to smell it. Oh, make sure it smells good, and it does. And then I'm going to pour out a cup of it. So then I'm just going to go ahead and add this onion stock right in here. Beautiful, beautiful. And then I'm going to add our mushrooms. Now this recipe also calls for garlic, and I am out of garlic. I need to put that on my list because I keep telling myself, gotta grab the garlic, gotta grab the garlic. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to use some granulated garlic. Not as good as fresh, but it'll work. And then we're going to use mushrooms. Now I get mushrooms from Aldi's, but you could use fresh mushrooms if you had it on hand. I don't have any fresh mushrooms on hand. I do have some dehydrated mushrooms. Ooh, but I think I have them sealed. Ooh, let me check. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and add the mushrooms. I'm just using canned mushrooms. That's what the recipe calls for. You could definitely use fresh mushrooms. You could use dehydrated mushrooms. But you use whatever it is that you want to use. I'm just going to go ahead and use this canned. I am going to drain the mushroom juice out of here though, because I don't want to dilute this very much here. So throw in my mushrooms. And there's 3. We like mushrooms here in this family, so you know, if you don't like that many mushrooms, tweak it. I'm kind of adding a little bit more mushrooms than the recipe calls for, but we are a big mushroom loving family. So that is it, guys. All right, let me get a spoon because I just feel compelled to stir this a little bit even though I probably don't have to. They're soaking in this juice and it smells fantastic already. All right, that is it. Isn't that easy? So literally, I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid on this. This is my mom's crock pot. It's pretty old and beat up and scratched, but you know what? I just feel like she's in my kitchen every time I use it. So that's it. That is the chicken marsala, guys. So we're gonna come back right before we serve this, and we're going to thicken up that I guess we would call it juice for now. But we're gonna thicken it up a little bit, and before we serve it. And man, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Okay, guys. So it has been. Let me grab a towel here. It has been 4 hours since this has been on. Matt should be home, in about an hour or so. And I'm going to go ahead and just get this next part going here. Remove the top and just bring it in here so you guys can have a look-see. So it has condensed a bit and cooked down. So what I want to do now is I want to remove these chicken breasts out of here. Okay, I'm just going to put them on a plate. I'm using a slotted spoon. Three. 4. Woo! Steaming up, steaming up. All right, and there's 5. Oh, I don't want to lose that chicken there. All right, and we lost a little mushroom. All right, so here we go. Now, it calls for cornstarch and water. Again, instead of water, I am going to be using the onion stock that I canned. Okay, so it calls for, now I used a double recipe, so I'm going to double this as well. It calls for 1/2 cup of water and 1/4 cup of cornstarch. So I'm going to do 1 cup of onion stock and 1/2 cup. Cup scoop out here, 1/2 cup of cornstarch. All right, and then I'm just going to go ahead and give this a whiskey. And then we are going to take it over to our crock pot here. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and whisk this in. Get it all in there and give it good whisking because we want this to get thick. Okay, so now I want to make this a little richer. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter to this. I'm kind of combining a lot of chicken marsala recipes that I saw, and an Italian one that I saw added the butter. So I am going to give that a try. It's supposed to make it much richer, which you know I am all for. Alright, so let's re-add the chicken now. Go ahead and add that chicken back in. Okay. Make sure it's all nice and covered. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just mushrooms. Give that butter a little stir around here. And I'm gonna let this cook for another half hour or so. We'll come back and check it. But this is it. I mean, super easy, right? Just a few ingredients. This is fantastic. Oh, it smells incredible. All right, we'll be back when this thickens up. In case I didn't include this, you want to turn this back on high. If it's gone to low or whatever. Mine went to low. So I turn this sucker back on high, and we want to cook this on high for the next half hour or so. And then we should be ready. Okay, just quickly, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of, calls for parsley. I'm just going to use, I don't have any fresh parsley, so I'm just going to use some dried parsley. And let that. Alright, so we're going to let that cook up. Now this is supposed to be a really fast meal, so I am making instant mashed potatoes with this, and I'm making some French green beans. Canned French green beans, super easy, super quick. Okay guys, this is real life. I got a 2-year-old on my hip, and I'm serving dinner. Alright, so I'm going to serve up a plate for Matt so that he can taste this. Yeah, chicken. You see chicken. 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 And then let's get Daddy lots of mushrooms and sauce. Wow. Whoa, are you hungry? Mom already made your plate, so it's cooling down. Are you hungry? Huh? Are you hungry? You want some? Alright. My attempt for you guys is to make this a pretty plate, but one-handed, it's not that easy. Alright, so here we go. There it is. There it is. The chicken marsala served with French green beans. And now I just have to have Matt taste it, and we'll get a taste test reaction for him. Did I tell you the wine? Oh my gosh. And having the extra sauce, fantastic. It's just fantastic. You can really taste the wine. Of course, the alcohol is cooked off, but you're left with this amazing flavor. So, all right, let me get this to the table and get Matt tasting it because he just walked in the door. All right, so Matt is about to take a bite of his chicken marsala. And so are you.
The sauce looks nice and thick. I mean, it looks really good.
Now I'm gonna take a bite.
This is crock pot chicken marsala?
Crock pot chicken marsala.
The sauce looks impressive. I mean, it's nice and thick. It doesn't drip off the chicken. It's really nice and...
Yes, hold on.
Now I'm gonna take a bite.
Everybody's gonna take a bite.
Mmm.
What do you think?
Really good. Mmm.
It's a winner?
With the mushrooms? Yeah, fantastic. And this was made with the marsala one?
Mm-hmm. I actually doubled the recipe and made 2 cups of
wow.
it. And the chicken and the onion stock.
It's great.
Instead of water.
It's got that good...
That food is yummy.
Marsala gravy flavor. Really good. And look, the consistency.
Mina likes it, although she has to have a little bit of ketchup on hers.
The consistency of the sauce. I mean, the sauce is nice and consistent. It's really thick. It's consistent
thick.
with Marsala sauce.
It's thick. So
it's not runny or watery, and it's not, it's good. It's a sauce.
Yeah. What do you think? You like it? You like it? All right. So it's a winner.
Winner, winner, chicken marsala dinner.
And with that, we are going to end this video. All right, guys, so it's a winner. And I want you to now to go over to all the other girls who are in this collab, Linda, Lisa, Tina, and Mandy, and I'll have all those links up above for you. And again, if you want to join in on this crockpot collab for Whip It Up Wednesday, just leave your link down below, and I will add you to the playlist. And as you can hear, I'm canning up some chili, and so busy night here at the House of Cons, and I will be seeing you guys later. Bye, guys.